Team Fortress 2 is a very complicated game with a steep learning curve. Often we see people recommending to choose a main or one class to learn the basics and then move on to the next, or not even, just to stick on that one and learn through experience and watching other people. I do not believe that this is the best way to learn the game. Instead, everybody should play every class or every character, especially newer players. When we look at playing a little bit of each class, we learn different basic skills significantly faster that we can transfer over to other characters to learn the entire game more efficiently. For example, trying to learn how projectiles work while playing Pyro is not going to be the most efficient way to do so. I've come to the conclusion that certain classes are better at teaching and learning particular skills for peak merc performance and to lessen the intimidating learning curve that Team Fortress 2 can have. The first skill to learn is movement, and for this we would use the Scout. Team Fortress is a super fast game. Sometimes you'll see people literally flying across the map in Mach 7. Sometimes they'll be jumping around doing some really weird things that you'd never really understand. But most importantly with movement, it's a huge key to our survivability. To see where an enemy is, be able to get to them, avoid projectile class weapons, and becoming a less available target is the key to surviving. I would say that the Scout teaches this skill the best. His main selling feature is his maneuverability, the speed, the ability to double jump, and a majority of his unlocks affecting those specific aspects. For example, the Atomizer adding a third jump to your movement, the Babyface's Blaster making you considerably faster, or even looking at the Boston Basher, where you can add extra jump height to your jumps even though it's not technically supposed to do that. It does. There's way more examples for Scout. Other classes do have tech or movement skills that require learning, such as flame trailing, seed tapping, or trimping. There's even more beyond that. Scout's effectiveness relies on your capability to get close and do consistent damage. Realizing the importance of high ground and how to maneuver around projectile classes makes a drastic difference. The second topic is prediction. Movement is one of the most important skills to learn, but so is predicting other people's movements. It helps every aspect of your play. Tracking projectiles, how and where to move, where to pre-aim, where to put your sentry, where to put teleporters and dispensers, where and where not to hide, knowing the route spies will take, knowing what air spots you can shoot through. Demoman encompasses the standard for prediction. The whole idea of setting a sticky trap is essentially saying, I know somebody will be here soon, otherwise you look like a fool waiting all game. Although arguably, this is more important with his primary weapon. Being able to shoot a slow-moving projectile with an arc accurately at a moving target shows true mastery of understanding other players' intentions and movement. After understanding how you and your enemy's movement works, the next big step is recognizing the different weapon types in Team Fortress 2. As you might have heard me mention, I've talked about projectile, but Team Fortress 2 uses a couple different ways of checking how you do damage. Some of these weapons are designed to be inconsistent or random, and some of them have a higher trade-off where the speed of shots takes a longer time, but they do more damage versus a hit scan where it's almost instant. For those of you who don't know, a projectile weapon is a weapon that launches a little box that moves slowly and only does damage when it touches the hitbox of a player, meaning you have to aim ahead of where a player will be instead of where they are right now. The other main type is HITSCAN, which functions oppositely of projectiles, where you aim where a character is right now, and as soon as you click, it draws a line and checks if you've hit that target or not. This can vary a little bit with weapon spreads, but generally it works about the same. To learn different weapon types, we would use Soldier. Soldier is one of few classes that can equip both main types of weapons, HITSCAN and projectile. This means he is one of the better classes to teach how they function and differ from one another. The rocket launchers are projectile weapons, meaning you have to use your prediction skills in order to pre-aim where an enemy will be, and his secondary is a shotgun, which is always a hit scan. So technically, you can hit a sniper from all the way across the map. This is affected by something called random bullet spread. Knowing the difference between projectile and HITSCAN will change the way you interact with other players, the way that you engage. Now that we've addressed the skills that you need to move around and actually hit other players, we're going to talk about some things that actually make a difference to how long you can survive and function. The fourth topic is awareness. Knowing and being aware of weapon function is one thing, made increasingly difficult with war points and usuals. There's so much to this game that you have to keep track of at one time. When you see the glow of a medic's uber charge up ahead, hear the sentry around the corner in front of you, and then the decloak of a spy right behind you, there are so many things trying to take your attention at one time. The sniper particularly has to learn how to manage their awareness because part of his kit is reducing the capability to visually see what is going on and removing a very large portion of the information you can take in at once. You also become a target playing sniper. The capability to kill somebody from across the map instantaneously is a massive threat to everybody. So being aware of your surroundings, including the sky, the ground, the invisible walls, the water, the puddles, sometimes there's a way through and around those. These are your keys to survival, and they are just more naturally learned by playing sniper because you will die a lot if you are not as aware. The fifth topic is resource management. Although it's similar to awareness, awareness comes in different forms. Not just surroundings and what's coming towards you, but also in ammunition and other materials that you have to take care of. In Team Fortress 2, ammo is finite, meaning that if you don't pay attention, you will run out and likely be stuck in a very difficult position where the most common outcome is usually death. The Engineer is one of the few classes that has multiple resources to manage, and it affects his gameplay quite heavily. The metal economy can be a large decision of pros and cons of what will benefit you and the team the most. Is your spawn far away? Is your heavy literally taking 2 minutes to walk over after their 20-second respawn? Or is your front line getting pushed back? Is the enemy team just so aggressive that you're not having a sentry there is causing a lot of damage to your team's efficiency? Or is there a lack of ammo boxes or health kits nearby? Would it help your team best if you put a dispenser right around the corner so they don't have to walk 30 seconds and wait for the nearest health kit and ammo? All these factors contribute to how you manage your ammo and metal. To be able to choose the best course moving forward, to be able to help the best for your team and yourself, the ammo management economy is a very important skill. Although the Engineer teaches resource management the best, he also gains a lot from good map knowledge. Map knowledge informs a lot of decisions you will make in this game, especially for classes like Engineer of where to set up, where to put your dispensers, teleporters, your sentries. Also goes the other way if you know a sniper will be there or not depending on what map there it is, or if playing heavy and walking 3 minutes to the front line is really worth your time, or if you should choose a faster class because you don't have an Engineer. Map knowledge can set a very fast baseline on how you approach each match and what character and loadout you decide to pick every time. For the benefits of learning map, I would say Spy is the best choice. The ability to go invisible and not be seen by enemies allows you to explore more freely. In terms of trying to keep your cloak up and your health up, if something does happen, you have to learn and know where all the different health kits and all the different ammo kits are on the map. There's definitely strange alternative routes on every map that are easier to learn by playing Spy, and you have to learn because your whole intention is to get behind the enemy's backline. The seventh topic is terrain or cover. Although it could be part of movement or even map knowledge, it is alone a different skill that people need to realize how to use a little bit more effectively. What rocks can you jump over? What obstacles do you need to crouch jump over? What gaps, so on and so forth. What bushes can hide a person, a teleporter, or whatever. What gaps can be shot through is another big one. There are particular maps where areas look like they should be invisible walls, but you can actually shoot through, and it often surprises people quite a bit. Heavy is one of the classes that benefits the most from this because he's a big target. Specifically when you're looking at payload, just hiding behind it reduces the amount of body that enemies can see and shoot at by about 80%, because when you look at Heavy, he actually shoots out of his mouth. So if you can see somebody, you can shoot them instead of shooting out of somewhere like the hip area, which means you would have to expose your body. This also forces you to look closer for small back details where you can hide and utilize cover to increase your survivability as any class. Team Fortress 2 is inherently a team game where we see teamwork as one of its core focuses. It's an important factor to succeeding. For this role of support, we'd look at the Pyro. Although Pyro is technically in the attacking category, that would be incorrect in most people's eyes, and he falls better under the support. Pyro excels at close-range combat, but has a lot of problem with the versatility that the other characters have. Instead, his specialty lies in protection. Being close to your teammates can give you a lot of extra benefits. The air blast she has can nullify danger that Demoman soldiers can pose. You can push those away almost every projectile in the game, and you have the unique ability to counter an uber charge, where otherwise you would have to do it with your own uber charge, or you could body block very temporarily until the enemy kills you. With any flamethrower except for the Phlogistinator, you can extinguish teammates, and you get a decent health boost from it too. It's about 20 health, and it's very much promoted by Valve to play in this support style. On top of that, you do have weapon unlocks that specifically counter Spy and support Engineer, which no other class has that exact same synergy. The final topic is survivability. encompasses everything that we've already talked about. All of these skills coalesce in the capability to survive and function in the eyes of your own and the enemy team. Being able to stay alive allows you to make the biggest difference and also avoid the respawner for your enjoyment and team success. This doesn't mean just hiding away in the back doing nothing to survive, but being able to make a difference within the fight and actually survive and manage to make a difference there. Medic encompasses this the best. You have minimal firepower, and your main job is to stay alive so you can keep your team alive and support them. This requires decisions to push with your overextending heal target or staying back with the team. At the same time, you have to be aware of all the terrain, all your enemies, all the weak points, because you are the priority over sniper. Over any other class, medic will be targeted because they provide such a big difference to the game when medic is played well. There are a lot of skills to learn in this game, and some characters teach them a little bit more naturally than others, even though all of them utilize absolutely everything I've talked about today. Please let me know your thoughts, whether you agree or disagree with the basic concepts I've laid out, or what other skills you think new players should learn, and how they will let somebody approaching Team Fortress 2 succeed. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.